rows and columns in my WordPress website using the built-in Gutenberg that's built into the WordPress core. I'm going to show you how I create rows and columns using the Gutenberg blocks. I'm creating a new page, cell phones and smartphones, and now I want to add a bunch of rows and columns because I want to add links to those rows and columns. I'm going to tap on this plus sign right here. This is a space here. So now I'm ready to add a column, a row. I want to add 4 columns and many rows. So when this pops up, if you don't see the option here, columns, you can either type it into the search or browse all. Okay, you could like, I'm sorry, there's a delay. There you go. You can start it and you'll see it populate. You click on it and it gives you choices, like this is a 50-50 split. 2 columns equal split. 2 columns, 1/3, 2/3 split. You get it? 1/3, 2/3. And this one is 2 columns, 2/3, 1/3. I didn't want to do that. I just clicked it by accident. And what I want to do is I want to create many rows with 4 columns. So I'm going to click on this 3 columns equal split because I want my columns to be equal. So I'm going to click on that and see how 3 blocks pop up. 3 columns. 3 block columns. Well, how am I going to change this to 4? I'm going to take my cursor and I'm going to go in between the block columns. Right here. You see how the plus sign populates on top? I'm going to click it. And it highlights the entire row. You see how that, you see the blue outer frame? You come over to your right, in this example, and I'm going to add a column. I'm going to tell it I want 4 columns. You see column block 1, column block 2, column block 3, column block 4. And they're all within 1 row. You see that? Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something to save a lot of time. I'm going to click the plus sign. I know I want to put content in here and turn them into links eventually. But I'm going to tap on paragraph. And I'm going to just tap a letter. Doesn't matter what letter. So this box comes up and I'm going to tap there. And I want it to stay align text center. There's a reason why I'm doing this. I'm showing you how to save a tremendous amount of time. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. Click on the plus sign. Click on paragraph. Tap a letter. Box populates. Tap that. Align text center. Then I'll delete that. Do the same thing here. I'm doing this for a reason, and I'm saving a lot of time. Instead of doing this each row individually, I'm going to show you something. Stay with me, and then one more. And I'll use the letter L. Align text center. They're all centered. Tap it, you have it set to centered. It goes to the right, but it is, you see it, it's centered. This takes a moment for it to catch up. See centered. Sometimes that happens. That was a good example. There we go. All right. Now watch, guys. I want to make each row a different shade of color, and I want the columns to be the same. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my cursor and I'm going to place it in between the column blocks. which highlights the entire row. I'm going to come here to the right, click on color settings. I know I want a blue. I'll tap blue. Then I'm going to click custom color because I want them to be very light, just to give it some depth. Hold on one moment. Maybe a little, really fighting me here. What's the problem? I am recording. There is a little bit of a delay. I'm very sorry. Maybe a little darker. Now you see that's a baby blue. I'm going to take my cursor, put it in between, place it in between the column blocks, highlight the whole row, click on here, the dots, the 3 dots. This box populates, and I'm going to click on duplicate. Now, I don't want every row to be the same color, so I'm going to go over here. But what it is it has 4 columns, and the cursor is set to the middle. So I don't have to do that every single time I create a new row or create a new column. I'm just duplicating it. So what I'm going to do is, I want this to be a lighter blue. Perfect. And now watch. I'm going to place my cursor in between the column blocks, duplicate. Give it a moment because I'm recording. Duplicate. There's a little delay. I'm so sorry. Don't know why I did that. Hold on one moment. There we go. Sorry, there is a little delay. And I'm going to tap on it. Well, I shouldn't have had a tap on it. I'm going to move it down. Now I'm going to go to the lighter blue. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to highlight the row, open up this field, duplicate it. Move it down. And I will continue to do this because I want a bunch of rows and a bunch of columns, but I don't want to do this every single time. There is a little bit of a delay because I am recording. It usually moves along a little faster. But you learn something. You can save a lot of time if you plan ahead, have a vision, know what kind of web page you want to build, and you can save yourself at least a half an hour of time. And I want to add many more rows. But that's how I'm doing it for this page. That looks really nice. And I don't have to set each and every row up, you know, one by one. I'm just going to spare 2 minutes and duplicate a bunch of them and done. And now I start adding the content into each column block, which they go down. The rows go across. Horizontal. Columns go vertical. Rows go horizontal. I hope you learned something. And if you're a newbie to WordPress and Gutenberg, I hope you learned something. Good luck. Have fun with the WordPress. Bye, guys. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to give a like, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.